first night that me and Paul hooked up, you know, a tequila bar is where you have tequila, you know. But we definitely had some conversations. Paul recollects them pretty well.
We certainly weren't talking about making a record together, no. It was really just sort of a, you know,
couple of guys
hanging out,
breeze,
yeah, chopping it up. I volunteered what my favorite Wu-Tang Clan song was, and we talked about the gear that RZA had used to make that particular song, which is Bells of War. Yeah, other than that, I think it was really more just a matter of kind of just hanging out. And then the conversation about making music together was months later, after we'd gotten together a couple more times and played some chess. With regards to learning hip-hop production from RZA, that is like talking about, I don't know, you know, he's a master and I'm someone that made one group of exercises in electronic music. I'm kind of baffled by how hip-hop production, you have to really know the gear, I think, is one element to it. I don't know, I'm years late on doing it myself. But it's very inspirational to get some kind of insight. But a lot of what RZA does, because he's spent so much time with the gear that you use to generate these beats, it's like a wizard at work. I don't understand anything that he's doing.
Back on up on this, before you fuck with this, you better walk jumping off the building or cutting wrist.
Is this record a rock and a hip hop album? What do you think, Paul?
Not really. What I would say about it, I would agree that traditionally rock and hip hop records, to me, I mean, even I can mess with it nowadays, but even when like Run DMC and Aerosmith did it, to me, wasn't really my cup of tea. Not many examples over the years where it was just sort of like rock and then they go like this. Doesn't really do it for me. For me personally, as a very avid fan of hip hop, there's certain things that I didn't want to do here. I didn't want to fuck up, you know, I didn't want to make mistakes that I've heard in the past. Where I feel like there's an overlap is rock and soul have overlap, and even within my own work, maybe more outside of Interpol, maybe more in my solo work, I've kind of done some things where to me I was channeling a little bit more of a soul direction as a vocalist. So that's already something that I'm comfortable with as a singer, and that easily has a place within hip-hop, as a soul delivery. As a fan of both rock and hip-hop, I didn't want to make one of these sort of ugly Frankenstein projects. I wanted something, and I think both of us, if it was whack, we would have stopped, you know.
I look at it as, you know, two cool guys coming together to write some cool songs, you know what I mean?
I'ma drop the hammer, things done changed the hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer.
Kind of hits my chakras, you know what I mean? I discovered that song after listening to an Arctic Monkey album. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's how dope it is. I can rock it after Arctic Monkeys, you know what I mean?
He loves Arctic Monkeys. I got a theory, because your favorite Arctic Monkey song and that and the scale, it's sort of a one-string riff with a very good guitar tone.
It's the tone that's
I think it could be the tone that you like, and also that's not chords. It's like the scale, do 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 do, and that crawling back to you, maybe you're reacting to that kind of.
Yeah, maybe it's pulling my spinal cord, plucking into something. I don't know.